Whenever I start cooking, the first thing which I always do is to pour vegetable oil on my pan and start frying my vegetables. And I had never given it a much thought about which oil I'm using, or that the oil I'm using is really good or bad for my health. I used to use vegetable oil for deep frying, and whatever remains, I used to use that to cook my vegetables. And little did I know how can this tiny packet of vegetable oil impact my health so much. But it turns out it can cause diabetes, heart disease, and PCOD, and many other problems. And because it is so cheap, tasteless, and colorless, people started replacing ghee with vegetable oil and started using it in your pakoras, mithais, jalebis, to your biscuits and noodles. And marketers use fancy labels in order to market this vegetable oil, such as saying that it is rich in omega 3, in omega 6 fatty acid, it will help you in heart disease, and also it is used in restaurants. And this vegetable oil is hidden in many of our food products. And you might think that we don't consume that much vegetable oil, but statistics show otherwise. And if you look at this graph, the consumption of vegetable oil has increased dramatically. We consume about 19 kgs of vegetable oil in a year. And even though we use so much of this, yet we know very little about vegetable oil and why it is bad for us. So let's look at first what is vegetable oil. So the word vegetable oil, even though the word suggests it might come from the vegetable like broccoli, but it doesn't come from broccoli. It comes from the seed. The oil is taken out from this tiny seed, and usually it's liquid at room temperature, and if it is solid, it is called as vegetable fat. And some of the common vegetable oils which you might be using are these, such as sunflower, canola, rice bran, and soya bean oil. And now coming to what makes this vegetable oil so bad. So vegetable oil contain polyunsaturated fatty acid. Polyunsaturated fatty acid are your omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acid. And we require omega 3 because it is really good for your brain health, for your heart health. And omega 6 is usually pro-inflammatory, means it causes inflammation in your body. So you need to balance your omega 3 and omega 6 levels. And but what's wrong with this vegetable oil is that this vegetable oil is very heat sensitive, meaning that if I heat this vegetable oil, it will turn into a trans fat. And if you search on Google, or if you ask any health expert, they will tell you that trans fat is really bad for your health. It decreases your good cholesterol, it increases your bad cholesterol, it can cause heart disease and many other problems. And if you need to get your omega 3, get it from other foods such as walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds, which are much better sources of omega 3.